I'm going to be putting these in a little bouquet of pretty flowers that will spring out of my bike helmet and befestunicate my the gallery opening. That is the plan anyway. Do these match? They do. I have the same, I don't have to have the same ones, but I'm doing the same ones on the front and the back. The same size. These are not the same size, are they? These are flowers from my father's casket. And do I have enough? Do I need more? Probably. But will I do more? Maybe not. My brother found red, white, and blue flowers to go with my father's casket. Not so much that he was patriotic or anything, but he was born on the 4th of July. So we always felt that that was the purpose. All of the fireworks was my father's birthday. Some shenanigans that the founding fathers were up to. It was my father that was up to the shenanigans. So I was telling people that I was drawing the flowers from my father's funeral, and they were, I think, mortified, thinking that I was actually ignoring the service by doing what I was doing. But I was attending to all of the words as I should have done. But after the fact, I was doing them. Okay, so now I get my tape. See if there's any more that need to be found here. There is more. I have a feeling this should be fuller with more greenery, but I think I will do what my original plan was, and hopefully it will work. Okay, why are you stuck? Come on. Okay, come off the roll evenly. Thank you. Wow. Okay, you're supposed to go like that. Hey Shiva, how are you? Well, things are okay. Working on this show and trying to get it finished. I'm working on what will appear to be a vase of flowers. Maybe if you're blind and you're seeing it from a long way away, you might feel that it's a vase of flowers. But when you get closer to the aforementioned vase, you will see that you're actually looking at wait for it, you're looking at drawings of flowers rather than actual flowers. So if you look really closely, that's what you'd see. Well, I can show you the gallery setup right now. It's set up, but I'm gonna wait to see if there's more people in the chat first before I do that. Not that I don't want to show you, but I just want to maybe do it once. I'm going to make a video of how it was put together. And it'll show the it'll show sort of why I did certain things the way I did. Hopefully, people will comprehend the logic, if there is some to be comprehended. And if there isn't any to be comprehended, then I can't help that, I guess. Russell said he might come on here today too. Russell has a new hairdo. Yeah, it'll be. I'll post them. Yes, I will send them. But I just I have to hang more pieces still, and that will happen. Tomorrow. I think this will work. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it won't work. Maybe it would work if I did actual drawing rather than these things. What are these things I'm doing? These iPad things. Seemed like I had so many, and now it's sort of, I don't seem so many. They seem like so few. This pretty blue flower. Maybe I need to do drawings of some more blooms on pieces of paint. Well, it makes perfect sense, I think. See, these are going to go in. We've got maybe 8 little prongs coming out of my bicycle helmet that will hold 8 little things of flowers. Yes, he does look very, very different with his little baby face. Showing. And we have a few more of these things to tape, and then I'll give you a little tour. Come on, open up, it's open wide. Come on, stick. Okay, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, the gallery is very, the gallery space is pretty straightforward. It isn't too effervescent or anything. It's very straightforward, but it's versatile enough for our needs. And it works fine for this show. I should probably try to count how many pieces of art are in here because it's Mr. Hodge. Okay. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, ready for the tour? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is like that, like this. Let's come back like this. Does this look like a bouquet of flowers to you or a clusterfuck? What are your thoughts? That's what I thought. Keep your opinions to yourself. Okay, who's the guy? So, what you do is you walk in from the courtyard, the lobby, and the first thing you see is a big wide chair and urban sketchers. And this will be running. Come on. There. Urban sketchers. And here's how Gina and I made the letters. I did a live stream with her. Anyway, you start this off by, there'll be, on this wall, there'll be sort of directions as you go along how this show, why this exists. So urban sketchers, what are urban sketchers? We are. And these are all drawings that include us in them, as drawn by other people. As we're out drawing, we sometimes draw each other. So that's what this represents. And then there'll be another one here, little descriptor saying we draw in many, many different styles and we see things differently, we draw in different styles. So this, in this case, will show many, many different kinds of drawing, from realistic pen and ink to watercolor to oil pastel to other things. Then the next one will say we all draw in different styles, and then it'll say, or most of us anyway, because these are two people drawing these things, and they're mother and son. Mom, son, mom, son, mom, son. So they, for some reason, draw alike. This one will say, in a recent visit, we went to the ICA and Institute of Contemporary Art. So you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people sort of focused on the building, and other people focused on the water. And that's how that one went. And then when we were done, we all look at each other's drawings and then have a selfie taken. And then the other part of the thing is we're encouraged to show our drawings to the world, which means posting them online. And here's where the world is, showing you what that looks like. So where are you, Skib? Oh, you're right down here, right down there. And so this half of the wall talks about people who fly in on airplanes and land the airport and from other countries and other cities, and they draw. This person's from China, and they decided to come into town between flights and do some drawings, and then they went back to the airport and went away. We also travel around the world once a year. The Urban Sketchers have a international symposium, and that's what these are from. Okay, that was the introduction to what we were on this wall. Then you see some of the things we've done independently. So here we're at the Longfellow House, which is a historic house where the poet lived. And some people draw the house, some people draw the flowers in the garden, some people draw the bunnies in the garden. Some people, meaning me, drew the dry rot on the termite consumed building. Then we go here, and this is Harvard Square. This is inside the student center, and this is outside. So you see how 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people drew the out-of-town news thing that's very popular. I didn't draw that, but other people did. I drew the garbage can and the lantern, and on these little hooks are little baskets that one of them fell down and almost brained someone. And then these are some storefronts further down the street. This represents the public garden in the Boston Common. So one of the things I did in terms of how I was sorting these things out, in the middle, at eye level, are things that you sort of see at eye level or at butt level. And as you look down from that level, you see the flowers and the shadow of the statue and the tree trunks and little squirrels. You see that looking down, but if you look up, I showed what you see with an upward angle. I put things up there from that angle. So you see the top of the church, you see the tops of the trees. So that was this one is 2 assholes on a horse. You've got that asshole and that asshole. Then we go to the north end, the Italian section of town. And again, I followed the same thing, the road, the street, the tall buildings, the towers, and then the roof lines up here. Looking way up at the top of the roof, or up the hill to Bunker Hill. In the middle, I have the Customs Tower. These are drawn by the mother of the mother-son team. I drew this one, I drew that one, I drew this one, all the same building, and it's also here on this drawing. This is the drawing of a car, and in the reflection right there is the Customs Tower. In this picture, find the Customs Tower. This is the Chinatown Gate. So people down here, eye level, looking back up, and then you see the Chinatown Gate from the side. This one is the Museum of Natural History on this side and the art on that side. And they connect right here. The fossil tells a joke, the coelacanth giggles, and the horse guffaws. Here is Back Bay in the south end, so red brick buildings and wrought iron gates and a church steeple. Here we have the Arnold Arboretum in the cemetery. And this is spring. We have collage, realistic drawing, more collage, drawings of tombstones and trees. And then we have fall over here. Same places, but just fall. And Johnny Blues It sent me these. These are originals, so some of these are prints because people didn't want to send me originals. They were in books and stuff. So I printed them out. But I printed them out very well, so you can't tell the difference. Then over here in the back room, we have another large thing which represents a commute, sort of. You're at a coffee shop, restaurant, listening to jazz, then you go shopping, you buy food, or a violin, or more food, or a lobster. Go to the mall, go to Target. One of my neighbors made a comic book out of the coffee shop, all about banana bread. And we go to the library, the Cambridge Public Library, and then that turns the corner and you're in the Boston Public Library. You exit the library, and now you're in Copley Place. Now you have this very fancy church. It's drawn that way, and it's also drawn this way, and it's drawn that way, and it's drawn this way. Here's some women playing with their balls. And then you get in your car, it's a car, and you commute to the leafy suburbs past the river, and you end up going over bridges, and you get to suburbia, leafy suburbia, with the garbage and the trash day and vinyl fences and cozy, comfy chairs and your cat. This guy's a dentist, and he is drawing his dental setup at home. I think he teaches from home. More leafy suburbs. Then you get back in your car and you commute back to, you have to get gas here at the Citgo gas station. And you get back in your car and you commute past the bridges and stuff, and here you are, stop. A stop sign shaped thing, and it will say, stop, you are here. And this is all brick bottom, where I live. And the final wall is people that are at Brick Bottom, and we go out and draw with each other. Not as a group of more than 2 or 3, but we draw. So this is Adam Laville's painting of the house. Here's me drawing Adam Laville painting the house. Here's one of my drawings of the house. Another one of my drawings, another one of my drawings. And this is Gina's drawing of the house. This is my drawing of Gina drawing the house. There's Gina's drawing of me drawing the truck. And that's my drawing of her drawing me. Then lastly, I have the column. The column are things that people were doing because of COVID. We didn't have actual meetups. So there are 2 people that went on Zoom and they drew the same subject and chatted on Zoom. These are drawings from prompts about Thanksgiving and the holidays and wintertime. This is what things I see on my walks. And this guy sees, the same sorts of things I see, broken TVs and construction and porta potties. And that's sort of what I see. This is my walk, except that's a pumpkin. Cover your face. So these are all images of people wearing masks. And this is the COVID news on the radio, and another self-portrait from someone with a mask. And these are drawings I did of a guy wearing a mask. And here's a fixed technol. Look at that. I added him. This guy decided he was going to take a trip down Route 66. So he just left Chicago on his computer, and when he would see a picture he liked, he would paint it. And he's further than that now. This guy, this was Shears offline. He does drawings of dogs and he nails them to the tree in his neighborhood. So that's what he does. And we were supposed to do a virtual drawing of Cape Cod, and I didn't want to do that, so I did this. I got a bag of Cape Cod waves, potato chips, sat on my couch and just drew them and shoved them down my pie hole until they were all done. So that's what it looks like. Now we also have sketchbooks that people can look through. Here's one I did. This is a book of abstract art. This is what a page looked like. And I turned it into the cantilevered bridge in Boston and the river and the skateboard park and the cement factory. So I didn't finish all of them. This is what my neighbor did, drawing the bones at the Natural History Museum and other things, drawing the art at the Fog. This person gave me 2 books to have people look at, and she's actually traveled all sorts of places. So it's quite fun. So anyway, this is what the show is like. And I've got a few things to hang, some labels to make, and oh my God, I just ache. I've been thinking about this show for such a long time that I'm sure I'm going to suffer from horrible postpartum depression. But people in the building are really, really liking the show. And I know that the people that were in this group will like the show too. There are so many people that there were maybe 7 people that gave me more than 10 things to show. And there was 2 people that gave me only 1 thing to show. And then there's me. If you added up all of the drawings I did, I bet there's 200. Well, there's more than that. But when I go out to these drawing things, people tend to do one very detailed drawing, and I do 10 sketchy drawings. Some can have details in them, but it's more about the general look that I'm trying to get across. On a 3-hour airplane ride from Minneapolis to Boston, I draw on my iPad. I draw about 10 drawings. Yeah, the one of the things that I'm hoping to do in the future, not that I don't have a huge future ahead of me. I'm not young anymore, but I can still walk, is I would like to go to these symposiums that they have, where I can be in a city for a week and draw with people from all over the world. When I'm in Minnesota, I go out with the Minnesota group, and when I'm in Philadelphia, I go out with the Philadelphia group. And when I was in Baltimore, I spent some time with the Baltimore people as well, even though we just stayed in the hotel where the Penn show was. It wasn't, the hotel was in the middle of nowhere. But I'm hoping that when I go, if I travel more, I can maybe meet up with some of these people. I'll meet up with people. My people will meet your people. People. There's 850 people in the Boston group throughout the, I don't know how many years it's been, 2014, 8 years. And a lot of them are we're here just for a session, just one session. They were on vacation, they showed up, or they were in school and they were here while they were in school and then they went away. There's some people that just sort of got burned out by doing it. They just, and these are a lot of the administrators that actually do the work to select a space and to tell people about it. It's a lot of work. And a number of them, I asked if they wanted to be in this show, and they said they weren't interested. And I said, all you have to do is send me digital images, I'll print them up. So I need to bring, I can see, I need to fix a few things here. I need to, there's one, I don't know how I want to display the mother-son team, because I think it needs to be figured out a little nicer than it is. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. And I have to add a couple of pins to the wall because there's some of these drawings are droopy. And tomorrow I have to add more pieces to the back room. Oh, and then the outside of the gallery, let me just show you what that looks like. I have a wall that I put up. It looks just like the inside here, except the pieces are framed. So they're under glass. But you can sort of move them around like this. You can sort of do that. Do that. I sort of wanted it to have the appearance of the craziness of this room. And I have a few more I want to add to that, but most of the drawings out there are mine, just because when they're out there, they're not covered by the insurance of the gallery. So if something happens, but I can put some more. I tried to put pieces of mine out there that look very different from each other, so it sort of looks like there's more than one Per Gustafson out there, but a group of them. I found another flower. No, I didn't. No, you didn't. So I did print some other people's art. There's only one other original piece out there from someone that lives in the building, and they have allowed me to put it there. So it's a lot of work. Went in here. As you know, I've been working because I haven't been yammering to you people as much as I normally do. So anyway, the bouquet of flowers are going to go here, coming out of my bike helmet. My pants are falling off. So I'm going to close the windows here. So if it rains, it won't cause too much trauma. Let's just see. There's 27 drawings in that one alone. That one probably has 45. And then back here, I have this little table and chairs that someone was throwing out, and I have my little lamp that I made of painted automobile headlights on. And here's some other drawings I did of Old South Church. And I was going to have another stool over there, but I think I'll ignore that. It's sitting out here now, so I'll leave it there. This table, very big table, was given to us by one of my neighbors who wants to get rid of it. And I said, well, we can use it for this show. And I bet someone will want it that sees it. So, I hope that happens. Someone will want it. Comes with 4 big boy chairs and then 2 chairs that are the same height that are foldable. And I may keep those myself just because you really can't put 6 people at this table. I don't think, can you? Maybe you can. In which case, I'll give them back. And it comes with that big bench in the corner there, a double wide, big butted bench. So again, these are going to be coming off of a bicycle helmet, spreading out, kind of. Somehow, I may have to do something else, though. We'll see. Am I done? Have I done everything I need to do today? Isn't Russell here? Russell said he was. Well, I'm thirsty. I have water right over there. I can see it. If I was an orangutan, I could reach it. But I have to get up off my fat ass. Come over here. And do it the old-fashioned way. Okay, I'm going to get the heck out of here. I'm going to go back upstairs. So I'm going to turn off my stream here shortly. And turn off my E here. I have to find another iPad for another thing. So I've got to get that found and put together. I think I'm just going to have that show at the opening and leave it at that. I think I can do that. Okay, Pierre, where are you going? Where are you going? Going over here, grabbing this and this, putting that there, walking over here. See you later.